Varsity demonstrating sense of sportsmanship at all times towards the officials, players, and coaches. Please respect both teams and enjoy the game. And now for the starting lineup. For Sachem East, starting at guard, senior number 3, A.J. Riccio. Starting at guard, senior number 1, Noah Gleason. Starting at guard, junior number 15, Josh Booth. Starting at forward, junior number 21, Brandon King. Starting at forward, junior number 32, Jack Martinez. Sachem East is coached by head coach Dan Celentano, assisted by Joe Messina.
We are back once again for another game of Commack Cougars basketball. Today the Cougars take on the Sachem East Arrows in what should be a tightly contested contest. 3 out of the 4 sophomores will be a part of your starting 5. Ryan Curcio, Jake D'Amato, and Johnny Ellers, with Jordan Hamilton sitting out in this one. Ready to get this one underway.
It's great to see the It's great to see the Cougars back in action. They had a great, tough, fought-out win against the Bulldogs of Lindenhurst. You saw James Pagano carry the team on his shoulders through his tenacity, through his defense, and it's great to see them back at home territory, so home advantage. So it's great to see them get going and hopefully get a great win today.
And don't forget about Jake D'Amato. He was right there with James. They were going back and forth, trading layups for multiple baskets as they're ready and set to get this one underway. And so Sachem East wins the opening tip-off. And since we last saw you, we talked about just before tip-off, the game that last concluded against Lindenhurst. As the first basket, good for Sachem East. That's by number 3, AJ Virtue. A lot of defense, a lot of steals. Lindenhurst had a lot of ball trouble that last game, which helped Commack move on to the win. So for a team that's able to take away that many steals, it's just as important to also keep the ball yourself, which they were able to do and gave them that win. So the Cougars will look to have that same strength today, as that is their signature defense we've seen this season. A tough rejection by James Pagano. Statement start to this game. And that almost took out our free throw line camera, which is a new addition to this game.
We must protect the camera under all costs. For viewer liking, we added a new camera, so hopefully the players can protect it.
And I heard they have maybe some celebrations planned under the basket. Hopefully it does not lead to anybody getting teed up. As Ryan Curcio with the steal and a fast break, he brings it coast to coast and is fouled. First foul of the game early on here for Sachem East. He can tie it if he hits both. And the first one goes in and out. And he knocks down the second. Clean one. And that makes it a 1-point game.
That was a great steal by Curcio, looking to push the tempo quick and hopefully get under the skin of these Sachem East arrows early.
Open three from the corner, and he drills it. Wow, AJ Virtue starting off this game hot.
All 5 points have been made by Virtue for the arrows, so we'll watch him get hot this first quarter and hopefully this game.
Eller's on the drive, and he turns it over. Right turned over, back to Carvon. Both coaches screaming at their teams there. I believe that was a busted play by Commack. Whoever they were supposed to find, that pass did not work out. Already some early frustration by both sides. Pagano finds Curcio open, and it's blocked out of bounds. And already you're seeing the height of Sachem East benefit them. Is that ball knocked out of bounds? Curcio will take it from the baseline. And they'll look to try and take the lead here. He finds Pagano. To D'Amato under the basket. No point there. Ellers now drives, and he's fouled.
As much as we look at the players' emotion on their face going through these challenges and these obstacles, we take a look at the coach of Sachem East here. He is emotional. He wants to win. You can see both emotions on both coaches' faces, and it plays a huge component in the way the players play and the way they will hopefully win.
So Ellers knocks down the first, and we're all tied up here at 2 in the first 2 minutes of play. Nope, make that 5-2. I think our scoreboard might have been a little behind on the right here. Ellers knocks down the second. That'll make it a 2-point game. And a whistle, they'll turn it over. Virtue is open again in the corner for 3. They got to start watching out for that move, because this guy's been on fire to start this game off. Another thing Commack once looked for, they said it was not their best offensive performance. The defense kept them in the game, all the steals and the turnovers, and not to mention the extreme amount of fouls by Lindenhurst, which kind of lost them the game. Commack ended up later in the game matching them on fouls. But they'll look to have an offensive performance better than last time and keep up the strong defense, as a nice pass from Pagano to D'Amato for 2 more.
It looks like some of the behavior from last game that worked in their favor after that win after the against the Bulldogs of Lindenhurst.
I mean, right in this season, 3 games into league play for both teams, they're starting to find what works and what doesn't. And I'll tell you right now for the Cougars, Jake D'Amato and James Pagano are a great duo.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look back at this replay. A great move finds Jake right under the basket. From the baseline, he finds it for another three. Doesn't go, and Eller's there for the rebound. As we've said, both teams 1 and 2 in the league play. Both teams looking to get back to 500 for a playoff spot. There's nothing more important. As you see, James gives Commack its first lead of the day. And that nice pass from Ellers. Vercio had the ball a lot this game. Another three. Won't go. Rebound. It is blocked, no foul. Clean and good defense there from the Cougars. Jack Martin's denied. 6'6". He is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the paint. As Enogu loses that one. Vercio taking it back the other way. On the drive, he's fouled. No basket. He'll get 2 to the line. That one just in and out.
Vergio's energy is absolutely off the charts. Let's take another look.
Off to Pagano, and then Ellers finds him under the basket. Very similar how Jake's D'Amato scored 2 points just earlier.
Sweet, sweet layup by Pagano, but back to Vercio. He's put up the only 5 points on the board for the Arrows of Sachem East. His energy is absolutely infectious, so hopefully he can influence this team, and hopefully this will be a great battle for both.
Yeah. He missed the first one, looking to get the second, make it a 1-point game. He will. That's now 6 for him on the night, early on, and all 6 points for Sachem East. 4:20 to go in the first quarter of play. You know, the fans, they're going to continue to get into it late in the season. Ellers, deep three, off the mark. Carvin tips it to Enogu, and that basket is waved off.
I'm glad we have the band back this game. They were definitely a big impact on the game and all the energy in the gym. So I'm glad to see them back there making their noise and their great music.
D'Amato back, subbed onto the court. And that's what these players love to hear. They want to hear that noise. They love the excitement, knowing that their hometown supports them and wants to see them play.
A strong demonstration of school spirit, definitely.
Vercio steps out and is going to turn it over. He was jumping for the ball in the corner. He had no one on him, but they ended up finding him too late. Here's a pull-up three, in and out. Ellers, another defensive rebound. Again, out to Carvon. No opportunity there. Carvon on the drive. Lays it up. No good. And a rebound by Braden King. D'Amato with nice defense stops that try. And a bat by Pagano is a steal by Curcio. Carvin to Ellers, and he'll slow this one down. I think almost everyone on the Cougars touched the basketball in those last 5 seconds. Curcio again's got no one on him in that backcourt. Pagano in the corner for three. Off the mark. Carvin with the rebound, and he gets 2 more.
Easy buckets for the Cougars lately. They haven't had to force a 3 yet. They've been working as a team to get easy layups down low.
Carvin right there for that offensive rebound. Vercio step back 3. It's good. Vercio from downtown, and the first time out of this game early on. 2:33 left in this first quarter. Here's the band. The first time today.
The band is awesome. What we can see from this is Sachem East, they are definitely putting on a press on the Cougars. I mean, Vercio's performance so far, he has 9 points on the board, and all of the Arrows' points, him and the three-point line had fallen in love. So the Arrows want to look to push the tempo, press, and get the Commack Cougars out of their comfort zone and definitely pressure them.
Fall in love with the three-point line.
Fall in love with the three-point line. I mean, February is right around the corner, so
That'll be his Valentine. Yeah, but that's the player you look for, is a guy like him to lead your team. It really doesn't matter where he is, but right now closest to us on the far right side of the court.
Overall, you can see in the offensive scoring aspect, you see the Cougars are getting easy, simple baskets under the basket. Meanwhile, the Arrows are attempting three-point shots after three-point shots on every possession.
And for most of the team, it has not worked. But when you have a guy like Virtue that can knock him down, it really does not seem to affect him that much. According to Coach Smith's expression, I think they just missed something there. Curcio, far two. No good. Ellers bats it away. That's a smart play to find his teammate right there. Keeps the ball on Commack's side. Ellers on the drive, spins, turns, gets two more. And Commack, the first team to surpass 10 points, 11-9.
Strong move by Ellers down low.
And the first quarter in the last game we saw ended 9-9. So already more offense that the Cougars were looking for today. That three-pointer off the mark. Another rebound for Ellers. That's his third of the night. And they've all been off three-point tries. I think every time I looked over at one of the bench tape, either Coach Smith or Coach Celentano has their hands up. Quick pass, Carvin lost the ball out of bounds. One thing we have not seen so far today that helped them late in last week's game was the timely three-point hitting, as there's 5 to shoot. Pagano drives, puts it up, no good. He's going to fight for his own rebound as the shot clock resets and gets two more. The grit and tenacity out of James Pagano gave him those 2 points.
Pagano's relentless. I mean, he will not give up. Even if there's a couple of seconds left on the shot clock and there could be a turnover, he does not give up.
Deep three, in and out. And even the ones he hasn't made today, he's come darn close to sinking them through.
Let's take another look. You can see Pagano.
And steals it right out of his hands.
He is surrounded by 3 Arrows of Sachem East, and he still has the energy and the strength to put it back up for 2.
That was Gleason who had the steal, and then Pagano stole it right back. Virtue goes up, climbs the ladder to get that pass. As he fakes, fires away. It's good. Once again, another deep three. He was right in front of me. I felt the aura.
Virtue is definitely letting it up from 3, all the way from downtown, so bringing that spice from Sachem East.
My chart for Virtue is starting to get full in the point section. Wilhelm now in for the Cougars. 8 seconds to shoot. Pagano for 3. In and out. 4 seconds. Jake got to get a shot off. Ellers spins at the buzzer. No shot. And that's how we end this first quarter. Commack on top, 13-12. We'll be right back for 3 more quarters of basketball.
Birthday, Max.
Yes! I'm Joan the Phone, here to show you 4 easy ways to stay safe online. Come on. We can secure our world. When you choose your passwords, make them strong. Use a password manager to help you along. But don't just use the password alone. Get a call, get a text, or a code on your phone.
MFA really works.
We can secure our world. When it's time to update an app, don't you hesitate. Do it ASAP.
Just like that.
Watch out for offers too good to be true. What? It's probably someone trying to take advantage of you.
Hey, that's fishy.
Let's report it. Install updates. Make better passwords. Think before you click. Use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world. Learn more at CISA.gov/secure our world.
Quarter number 2 set to get underway. We've got 8 more minutes until halftime. Both teams wrapping up their conferences. Both coaches very vocal today with their teams. Seems like, from what I can tell over here, there's been a lot of missed opportunity, but that's not to say there's been a lot of opportunity, as it's 13-12. Commack leads it after 1 quarter of play. Tyler Wilhelm will inbound it to get the second quarter underway.
I agree, Dylan. I feel like there's been a lot of miscommunication on the ends of Commack. I mean, it's led to turnovers, almost shot clock violations, and silly fouls. So hopefully they can get it together and end out this first half strong.
Martinez, number 32 for Sachem East, has been under the paint and has been in this whole first quarter. They haven't taken him off the court yet. Another guy not off who has the ball right now, James Pagano, leading the Cougars team, leading the charge so far. That pass batted around, taken out the away. Vercio gonna stop to the three-point line. Now handoff. They find him again. No space there. They've covered up that right side where he's been good. And a pass goes out of bounds. And you see the double team right here. I have a very good feeling that's what Coach Smith talked about. Not wanting to let that three-point shot affect them any longer. Now we'll see how good of a player he is to adapt. That pass sails out of bounds to the scoring table.
You must have read that timeout. You must have been in the huddle because it led to a great turnover, shutting down Vercio from the three-point line, giving him absolutely no room.
Pagano talking to Wilhelm, letting him know the situation. It's the team leader right there. Whoa, Carvon almost out of bounds. And Pagano does step out of bounds and turns it over. They were fighting with the out of bounds line. And knocked out of bounds in the backcourt by Wilhelm. They're putting that heavy press.
What you could tell from the Cougars is that although they might not get it done on every possession offensively, they count their defensive possessions so important.
There's a foul under the basket. First free throw is knocked down. And that's his first point of the game, Jack Martinez.
Let's take another look. A strong attempt at the basket. Shout out to our media. I mean, this camera is giving us a very visible and live look at this free throw. So shout out to media. This camera is absolutely incredible.
Second free throw just missed. And usually we have a few camera operators. But right now up there, it's just a freshman, Nolan Gish, who's manning both cameras. An outstanding job by him so far this game, letting us get all the good shots.
We're sending our viewers absolutely any angle so they can feel the energy in this room.
Another thing, Commack has fouled a lot less this game, but that also goes to Sachem East's a lot less fouls, as there's a nice steal. Pagano will take it back the other way, not looking to waste any time, finds Wilhelm open for three, no good. Rebound to Janik, finds Inogu, and he is fouled. Inogu goes to the line for the first time today.
We miss Inogu's fan club here today. It's a little quiet.
Yeah, they're usually sitting right above us. Not here today. First free throw does not go. And don't forget our fan club too. I miss that. See, that's what I like. Just as much as the players to hear my name being chanted.
Shout out to our YouTube subscribers and our Instagram lovers. We appreciate all the love we get. We love bringing this game to you live, so keep watching us. We love you guys.
There's a three. No good. Pagano with the rebound. The first point for Inogu so far today. Curcio from the corner. No good, and no good, right into the basket. And they say he stepped out. Nah, that's been an issue so far. Cannot keep themselves in bounds.
Small details like that equal to costly consequences, so hopefully they can clean it up.
And so far, they've all been stepping out of bounds at the baseline. Booth, out to Virtio. Oh, he breaks his ankles, lets it fly, and it doesn't go down. Curcio jumped early, but still gets the rebound. Pagano will take this one. Wow, and I think Tyler Wilhelm is glad that that shot didn't go down. Pagano out to Curcio in the corner once again. And that pass batted out of bounds. Fires out to JP once again. He's on the drive, kick out. Grodinsky at three, in and out. Anogu fights for the rebound, and it falls into the hands of Booth. He drives it all the way, and a steal! What a job by Anogu. And another aggressive player, Daniel Anogu. Not going to be denied as Pagano. What a shot! Are you kidding me? James Pagano. Have yourself a night.
James Pagano is just building off of his astonishing game last game, so it's great to see him back here early, fresh, ready to go. So hopefully he can knock down this free throw and make it a three-point play.
And I was in awe about the great steal. I wasn't ready for that. Can't get the three-point play. And that ball is being kicked around right now. Who's got it?
Let's take another look.
Drives all the way, and just a rejection, and keeps it in bounds.
As you could see on that last play, you saw bodies hitting the floor. If that doesn't tell you folks, both teams want to win absolutely incredibly. But let's take another look at this replay. See Pagano bringing it up.
He brings it up slow, and then he says, why not? Let's turn on the Jets. Drives in over the head. Electric.
1 against 5, no problem for James Pagano. He finished it on 5, almost 4 defenders, so he's having himself a night, like you said.
And this converse is going to be important to both teams, both of them talking about different things. For Sachem East, how can you get the ball back in your star player? So far, that's been AJ Virtio. For him, it's going to be how can he find open space to get down a three, which Commack has recently been able to block out. And for Commack, it's going to be how they can continue to build off of this positive momentum.
The Cougars have absolutely obliterated the plan of Sachem East to take away the three-point line from Virtio, and we haven't seen him score much lately, so hopefully this can work in the Cougars' favor, and let's see what they can get out of this. Also, let's keep in mind we have Ryder Gordinsky back in the game. He came off a strong game against the Lindenhurst Bulldogs, so it's great to see him back in his comfort zone. We've seen nothing really bother him, so straight face.
Step back far two by Virtio is no good. And it was Grodinsky, Dudzinski, and Ellers all late in the game, clutch three-pointers, gave Commack the edge. They're going to look to these guys again. And they're going to look so far to everybody today. Everyone has done their part. James Pagano, Daniel Nogu, Jake D'Amato. The list goes on for the star players so far today. As Pagano, another jumper, no good. He tried to swat the rebound as they continue to fight for it. No easy rebounds against this Commack defense.
fouling does not seem to be an issue this game. Definitely against the Lindenhurst Bulldogs, we would try and estimate what the foul call would be, and free throws being traded back and forth, but so far the boys seem to keep it clean this game.
I gave up counting after the second quarter. I think every quarter both teams might have been in the bonus.
If that doesn't show you aggression or wanting to win, I kind of do not know what does, other than fouling.
Virtue lost it for a second. Wilhelm on some heavy coverage, trying to find some space. Pagano, hand in the face, no three-pointer there. And he gets a nice basket.
I spoke too soon. Virgio, I mean, you try taking away the three-point line from him. It's not working, so he gets in and gets an easy two for him.
Good luck stopping him tonight. I'm glad I'm not on the court guarding him. 3 minutes to play. Grodinsky in the corner. Coach telling them, put their hands up. Don't allow anything from the three-point line. Three-point line. I think I've done that a few times tonight. People might think I have a lisp. Virgio trying to find some space. Finds his guy. And the shot waved off. They say a push. The first offensive foul of the game is going to turn it over. Jesse Dudzinski into this game. Came up with a nice step back three from the corner closest to us as the shot clock was winding down. Another guy they're going to look to in this one. Came in, first one out in practice. That's the type of guy Jesse Dudzinski is, as he keeps that ball out of the backcourt, but it is touched anyway. 2:25 to go here in this first half.
We have a half-court violation. I guess Dudzinski went over 1 inch over the line, so it worked out in the Sachem East Arrows' favor, and they get the ball back with just about 2:20 left in the second half.
Gleason's going to take this one down, and I'm sure he's going to be more careful with the ball as Virgio can't miss.
We might need to give Virgio a shooting machine after this. I mean, he is not missing today.
Dudzinski's going to take this one. Trying to find some room. Out to Pagano on a pass that was batted, but it still finds him, and he goes down. And that will turn this over on an offensive foul, this time by Commack. Virgio spins, and that ball goes away. Picked up by his teammate. Now Gleason. Out to Rotolo. Virgio gets a screen, being double-teamed right now. Spin, 4 to shoot, throws it up. Off the mark. Carvon with that clean steal. Almost got it stolen by Gleason. Pagano on the drive. Lost the ball. So far this game, AJ Virgio has 17 points. The Sachem East Arrows have 18 points. And speaking of him, he'll take it down once again. He's had the ball a lot with 53 seconds in this first half. Finds Gleason under the basket for 2 more. And it's 20-16, 45 seconds left. Commack got to be thinking, how can they stop the deficit or at least cut it down? A no-go is fouled. He travels.
Curcio has been the Swiss Army knife of the Sachem East Arrows. I mean, not only has his shooting performance been absolutely astonishing, but you see him getting the ball down and getting wide open looks to his players and to his teammates, and it's been absolutely paying off with a 4-point lead.
Ryan Curcio now being put on to guard him. You got to think what his mentality is. And he fires that three and misses it. Does not count. Nodding his head, looking at his teammates. Keeping them just as mentally in the game as he is. Gleason with 17 seconds, shot clock off. You know who they want to give the ball to the hands to get off a final shot. That pass is away. Dudzinski can't get it. Carvon can. He finds Dudzinski under the basket. That's their first two in a while. And at the buzzer, shot is off the backboard. And Commack needed those last two before the end of this first half. Sachem East leads it, and we've got another half of basketball coming up. First, let's look at this replay. Goes right up with it, and Dudzinski's first 2 points caps off the first half.
At Commack High School, we highlight the exceptional contributions of our students and staff through the lens of an IB learner profile trait. This month, we focus on the trait of principled. Today, we will hear from students who have participated in community service projects through our community service program and IB core courses, making a positive impact on Commack and the surrounding areas. These students exemplify principled actions and a strong commitment to service. We take great pride in supporting these meaningful work and are inspired by the dedication of our students to the causes that matter most to them.
For our service learning project, we helped our teacher, Miss Milano, organize a fundraiser this past summer.
We raised money to support a girl within our community, Alyssa, who is suffering from lymphoma.
We raffled off donations that were collected from businesses all over Long Island through a fundraising event.
And we raised over $20,000 to help cover for medical expenses, and we're happy to say that she has recently gone into remission.
Together, we helped collect donations, sell raffles, and organize events for Team Alyssa.
Our efforts through service learning have made a lasting impact not only on ourselves, but on our community.
This November, Commack High School held its first ever Cougar Trot. 2 classmates and I worked together to coordinate volunteers, plan a route, and come up with fundraising ideas for the Special Olympics. Partnering with Commack Special Olympics Support Club, the event brought our community together in the spirit of helping and fun. Seeing how our efforts were able to bring people together and bring awareness to a cause that I care about impacted me greatly. I learned so much from the experience, such as how to effectively collaborate with others and the growth that comes from stepping out of your comfort zone.
For our CAST project last year, we helped a local Girl Scout troop earn their mental health awareness badge. Through rock painting and a story about maintaining a positive attitude, we were able to teach them about mental health and how to incorporate mindfulness in their lives.
What we took away from this project was the importance of teaching younger kids about mental health awareness. In doing so, we are giving them the knowledge and ability to notice when others are struggling, when they are struggling themselves, and how to find help. By doing an engaging hands-on activity with them, we guarantee that they are going to remember what they learned about mental wellness and share it with others.
I'm the founder of Harold Suits for Hope, which is a non-profit organization that has sporting events to raise awareness and funds for suicide prevention and anti-bullying. So far, we've raised around $13,000 and continue to do more, which makes me very happy because I know that I'm making a difference in the world and for the better of our community.
Financial literacy is so critically important here in Commack that, as you can see behind me, we built this Bloomberg lab. Some of the things that our students are going to be learning this year, our seniors, are things such as credit card debt, mortgages, how to plan for retirement, pensions, savings, checking accounts, things that they need to be financially literate.
The goal here was Dr. Cox, our superintendent, wanted to create a space that would give you the real world exposure. So when you think about leaving Commack High School when you graduate in about 4 years, What are my goals? So we want to have finance as an opportunity for you. Here in the Bloomberg Finance Lab, we have 30 terminals for students to use, just like we would have in Wall Street, where you would have stock traders. So students come in, they put on their stock trading hats on, they can practice buying and selling different stocks, looking at the stock ticker that scrolls up at the top of this classroom, and doing research on the terminals.
Here at Commack High School, our vision is to help our students make the best decision for their future. One of the ways that we do that is to make meaning of their learning. We have relevant coursework, we have meaningful experiences such as field trips, internships, vocational training through our Wilson Tech program, and then all the real life spaces we're starting to create.
I am participating in the Bloomberg Investment Challenge, and this is a very competitive challenge where there are many colleges and different high schools participating to be number one.
Over the course of the 4 years here at CHS, I'm looking forward to learning how to invest my money appropriately and also a little bit about how stocks and finance in general work. As a freshman, I don't have a lot of knowledge about the investment world or really anything about stocks, but this challenge has been great because I've been able to learn so much. I've learned so much about how stocks rise, fall, and just in general how to invest my money.
We're currently in our Bloomberg lab. We also have our courtroom that we have created for our students to give them those authentic learning opportunities. In addition, we have revamped our library to make it a more collaborative space, and we have updated our cafeteria.
Students, in order for them to connect to future careers while they're still here in high school, we wanted to create these authentic learning spaces. The Bloomberg Lab is one of them. Just behind me on the other side of that wall is our courtroom. But these spaces allow students to take what they're learning and apply it in a real life situation. We are an international baccalaureate school here in Commack, which means there's a certain level of programming that exists starting in 6th grade all the way through 12th. One of the components of that program is the IB Learner Profile. And what it is, it's 10 attributes, call them character traits, that really are social and emotional skills that students need to be successful, not only within Commack, but beyond Commack.
One of the traits that describes me as an inquirer. It relates to some of the activities that I do, such as choir, theater, varsity math, and mock trial, especially in mock trial where you have to question the witness in order to get a story across to the jury.
Being principled means being a person who holds on to their own values and morals, even when they're in a room with people who disagree with them. It also means being a person who is always honest and always treats people with respect.
As a 5th grader, being a good communicator means to me collaborating with others, sharing my knowledge with my peers when they're having problems, helping people when they're feeling down during recess, and building relationships with students and adults all around the building. That's what being a good 5th grade communicator means to me.
Commack students are thinkers. We work hard to solve problems and use strategies. In Commack, the teachers, staff, and students are devoted to becoming more knowledgeable individuals. We are encouraged to learn about our school, our community, and the wider world around us. Through our experiences at CMS, we continue to prosper, thrive, and grow as students and future leaders.
Being open-minded is being aware of your own beliefs, but also being able to listen and reflect on others' points of view. Being an open-minded person has allowed me personally to join the school musical for 2 years. Having an open mind can be meeting someone who you might not have the same beliefs as, but you're still able to listen to. As you continue through Commack schools, it is important to have an open mind towards trying a new club, a new sport, or an activity that you might never have done before.
Caring is important to all of us in Commack. We help each other and make friends. We support everyone in our community. We are all together and never alone.
Hi, I'm a 5th grader here at Sawmill Intermediate School, and I'm a risk taker, and I take a lot of risks at enrichment. When I'm presented with a challenge, I might fail sometimes, but that's okay because once I understand it, I enjoy doing it. It might even become a hobby. That's why risk-taking is an important thing to do.
Being balanced means that I have to deal with all my responsibilities in and out of school on a daily basis. Some of these things include being a member of IBCP, which is the diploma I'm taking, a member and the president of Student Athlete Leadership Club, and a member of the Commack Varsity soccer team.
As IB MYP students, we are encouraged to become reflective. Reflecting on your performances and activities can help you understand your strengths and areas for improvement. By thinking about our actions, we can improve in the future.
That school bus is yellow for a reason. Yellow means caution. Those flashing lights are red for a reason. Red means stop.
Hey girl, what's up? Nothing much.
Never pass a stopped school bus. Don't pass from either direction. It's not just the law, it's a child's life.
Back here ready for the second half of basketball. So far, tight throughout this game as we've expected. It's 20-18 Sachem East. And the Arrows are the first ones back out on the court. Commack still conferencing, making sure they have everything right to get back in front and, more importantly, win this game.
Something to keep in mind after watching the first half is the baseline or any of the perimeters of the court are like your sixth defender. The Sachem East Arrows have forced them baseline and caused turnovers, fouls, so that's another crucial component in this game.
No doubt, that's what we're going to have to look to. And for the Cougars, look to the line and make sure they're not stepping out of bounds. That pass batted around, out of bounds. And Pagano knocks it out of the way to start the second half. For my notes of the first half, I have one name written at the top, and it's AJ Virtio. This guy has been all over the court today. From the three-point line, he can't miss. An early turnover for Sachem East.
To back your point, Dylan, I've seen him be the epitome of the Swiss Army knife. I mean, he was getting his teammates open, shooting the three ball very well from downtown. I mean, hopefully we can see more of that.
And he steals one, takes it back the other way, just misses it. And that would have been a big way to start off the second half. Pagano waiting for an opening. Carve on out to Ehlers. Ehlers pulls up. Can't get it to fall. There's been a lot of mid-range and farther shots Commack just can't knock down so far today. They've relied on their big guys, James Pagano, to drive in and get those points, as that three just in and out by Booth.
Pagano not only is a true veteran of this Commack team, but also he's the floor general. Absolutely anything he believes in or says what plays goes. And I mean, his teammates trust him, and it comes down to trust and chemistry, and you can see that truly through this game.
Curcio travels. It looked like he traveled and stepped out. He got double-teamed from the corner and had no room. And for a guy like Curcio, height is your biggest fear. Today, though, he does have a few points, so he's been able to work around it, as there is another travel and a turnover.
Some travels here lately early in the third quarter. I mean, both teams are trying to get something going, but do keep in mind it's 2 steps.
Can be very hard in the heat of the moment to understand where you are. That's a nice play. Ehlers ties this game up at 20. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And that was D'Amato to Pequeno to Ehlers. 3 quick passes. That too missed, and it goes out of bounds. He smacked it right off Ehlers, who maybe wanted a foul for that.
Pagano's vision is absolutely remarkable. He finds any way to get his teammates open in transition.
Far pass out to Booth. Shot clock at 20. They've still got time. He pulls up from 2. Can't get it to fall down.
Strong rebound by D'Amato to get things flowing.
And it really, you cannot say that the rest of this Sachem East team hasn't done a lot. They've put up a ton of shots. They just have not been able to find any fall. The only one that's gotten a lot of points to go down has been AJ Virtue. And D'Amato fighting tough for a basket right there. Instead, he's fouled.
You see D'Amato battling under any cost to get that to get those two go in the basket for him.
Ehlers in the corner, out to Pagano. Carvon to Curcio, and they're back in front. Another nice play. I mean, these guys are finding each other right under the basket. This time it's Ryan Curcio, who I talked to him before the game. He knows just as well as anyone is he's going to take another steal, brings it back. Ryan Curcio on fire, and a timeout.
Curcio made some huge plays this first half. I mean, he was diving on the floor, making steals, and so far he's already had 4. He has 4 points this second half. Let's take another look.
Bats it away. He was calling for a travel just before this, but that separates the good players from the great players. He understands, all right, he's not going to call the travel, so I'll just turn it over myself.
One thing you can see about Curcio, not only have I played basketball, but have looked, Curcio is not the tallest, but although he has the most energy, and although he's very small, he does anything in his power and uses his speed as an advantage to get these 2 quick layups down for him.
And that's 5 for Curcio tonight, finishing what I was saying earlier. He knows just as good as anyone else that it's a big game. He says he needs to drown out the outside noise. This is a big game. We got to get it done. Commack up 4, one of their biggest leads of the night. And you think that might have knocked Virtue out of his groove, that steal? It's the first time, really, things have not gone his way so far in this one. He's got it again with Curcio and D'Amato on coverage, and D'Amato's going to foul him. Sachem East still leading the fouls, but only by 1. Commack's been able to clean up their foul game. Sachem East has not fouled a lot so far today. We've had a lot of offense and a lot of clean basketball up to this point. Open from the 3-pointer is Booth, and he drills it. And that makes this a 1-point game. Booth finally gets a shot to go down. He's been fighting all day to get that. Carvon floats it and gets it to go down. 26-23, they're up 3, and Virtue speeds to the 3-point line. And the defense chant from the bench. Commack trying to keep their players in the game, and Pagano just couldn't hold on to that steal. It got batted around, and he might have kicked it out of bounds while it was rolling on the ground. Baseline King. Another 3. No good. Pagano taking this one back. Looking for some more moves. They've had a lot of success finding one guy under the basket instead of looking for big shots. And that's a tale of two defenses and a tale of 2 offenses we've seen here today. Commack's worked a lot better with just fundamental basketball. Sachem East has relied on their big players to make big plays, as there's 2 for Braden King. And now Sachem East will switch to a press, trying to keep them in the backcourt as best they can. D'Amato loses that pass right into the hands of Vercio. Finds Booth, and he doesn't get it to fall. And he's going to tip it out of bounds. He does not look happy with that. He just missed it, and as soon as he turned his head around, the ball was right at him, and he ended up knocking it out. Tyler Wilhelm now into this game and inbounds it to James Pagano.
As you can see, folks, the Sachem East Arrows are in a 2-2-1 press, which essentially puts more force and energy in the first half of the court to prevent Commack from getting over and potentially get a 10-second violation, which would work in their favor.
Vercio on a drive, finds his guy, and Sachem East is back out in front. 27-26, 2:40 to go in the third quarter. It looks like Anogu's getting ready to go back into this game. A great steal by him. Speaking of steals, Gleason makes one and finds Booth. Open! Oh, he lets it fly again! Timeout, 30-26, and the tides have turned.
Dylan, what are some things you're seeing here this second half that are definitely making huge, how do I say this? Like
Impacts.
Huge impacts on this game right now.
I will say for Sachem East, they've spreaded the ball out a lot more. They were relying on Vercio, who did keep them in front that first half, but now you got guys like Booth, you got guys like Martinez that are all contributing greatly to this team.
I agree. I feel like the Sachem East Arrows, they definitely attempted their press early in the first quarter, and it didn't seem to work well. I mean, it took them a long time to get back on regular defense, but you can see they're definitely applying pressure now, and they have a 4-point lead now, which they didn't have like just 2 minutes ago. So.
And not too long ago, James Pagano made a great over-the-head basket and one. Curcio got 4 quick points back-to-back, and just like that, the tide has now changed in the favor of Sachem East. I mean, that shows how unpredictable of a game basketball can be. You can never be leading forever, and you can never keep the momentum on your side unless you do that.
And not only it being, you can't be being underestimated, it adds so much suspense to players not only watching, or fans watching at home, but players here, I mean, oh my goodness, fans here in this gym.
Vercio doesn't get why that one to fall. Wilhelm with the rebound, and right back into this game. You wouldn't know if they took him off the court or not. Anogu gets 2. Makes this a 2-point game. They find him again. He's fouled and gets the and one.
And one. You see that flex by Anogu. You see him flex those muscles. You see him. He wants to let everybody know in this gym that he is here and he is present, and he is going to be that big guy on the low. Let's take another look.
Flexing the muscles and tying up this game. How about Daniel Anogu? And he's going to knock down the free throw, puts Commack out in front. Putting the team on his back right now. A lot of communication between Commack. They want to keep Sachem East out of it offensively as Booth drives and spins out to Gleason. Now an open 3 from King. Off the mark. Vercio, a 3. He can't get it to fall. And I'll tell you what, they might be flustered right now, because no one can make a shot that possession, even Vercio. Wilhelm from the corner, can't get it to fall. Taking it back the other way is Booth, spins, and he gets it.
I think Vercio got a piece of Wilhelm on that 3.
And Pagano went down on the play. Right back up, and a timeout. 1:09 left in this third quarter. 32-31, Sachem East.
That school bus is yellow for a reason. Yellow means caution. Those flashing lights are red for a reason. Red means stop.
Hey girl, what's up? Nothing much.
Never pass a stopped school bus. Don't pass from either direction. It's not just the law, it's a child's life.
Taped up.
Yeah.
He said it was, I don't even remember what he said.
As you can see, fans, the game has definitely picked up its tempo. I mean, getting the jitters out the first half. I mean, this is the epitome of the game. This is the creme de la creme of the game. So now you see little things picking up. Everybody's warm. They let out all the nervousness. So you're seeing the game full flesh and out. Everyone wants to win.
And right after halftime, both teams got right into the action, not wasting any time. Once again, 32-31, Sachem East clinging on to a 1-point lead. Right now, I'll say the momentum is in Commack's favor. It really has not been in either team's favor for long. This has been a true back and forth game. Both teams, the ups, the downs. Still, we're yet to find out who is going to come up on top, as Curcio with the ball is going to turn it over. Almost got his own rebound, but is unable to. Martinez gets that steal. Booth, the three, and he drains it again. How about this kid, Josh Booth?
That is the third three for Booth only in this second half. So let's see if we can get more of him as the game progresses.
And he's got 9 today. Curcio and Pagano working together on this possession, trying to find some room. 28 seconds in this third quarter. Wilhelm off the glass, no good. D'Amato the rebound. And they will call a whistle.
You see Booth absolutely flabbergasted that his aggression led to a foul.
Wilhelm will throw it in from the baseline. Fires out far to Pagano. 20 seconds, shot clock off. Got to make something happen here. They're down 4. Anogu to Curcio. Wilhelm finds Anogu. Nearly lost the ball. It's on the ground. Curcio dives for it. 4 seconds. Can they get a shot off? Pagano at the buzzer. No, it does not go down. And we'll have 8 more minutes of basketball coming right up. Sachem East leads it 35-31. Keep it here.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me. To learn more, visit nationalguard.com.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter of basketball. This is where you get excited, you get hype, and sometimes you might see something you've never seen before. The fourth quarter is where stars are made.
The fourth quarter definitely adds so much suspense, not only to the players eager to win, but the fans. I mean, the Cougar fans show their love for this school loud and proud, and we love being a Cougar as well, so we may be a little biased, but the fourth quarter definitely implements some anxiety and some stress, so hopefully the Cougars can bring home this win, or maybe the Sachem East Arrows can snag this win, this home advantage win, and we'll see how things end up. Just 8 minutes left to decide the winner of this contest.
And they're up 4 with only 8 minutes to play. Coming back into this one for Sachem East, Mark Rotolo, number 10. Booth is back out there. Vercio's back out there. 2 guys, there's no reason to take off the court. They've been the stars of this show tonight. James Pagano, the conductor, out there, ready to get it done. 8 more minutes of basketball underway. Grodinski into this game. Wilhelm. Everyone trying to find some space. Pagano a jumper. No good. Grodinski with the rebound, and he banks it home.
This is the fourth quarter energy he brings every single game. Close game does not matter. He will get it done, whether that be from the three-point line or being surrounded by 4 above 6 foot arrows. He is relentless, absolutely relentless.
On the drive is Vercio, can't get it to fall. Anogu, a tough rebound. Creates some space for himself, keeps the ball cleanly. Wilhelm in the corner. Now Dejanic. Anogu lost it for a second, now fires. Can't get it. Instead, it's turned over. Booth taking it down. In the corner for three. No good. A fight for it. And the court just got silent for a second when Martinez put up that shot. Pagano, straight away, keeps it in bounds. Grodinski fakes. Finds Wilhelm. Wilhelm gonna take his time. Out to Pagano with 15 to shoot. Ten seconds to shoot, now 7. They gotta get a shot off here. Wilhelm can't get the 3 to fall. And another 3 by Wilhelm comes up short. A spin, a turn by Vercio. Kick out to Booth. And bullseye!
I think Vercio's infectious energy has translated to Booth's shooting performance this second half. I mean, he's made almost, 4 3-pointers this second half. Hopefully he lights it up and brings home this win.
Booth on fire right now. Very similar to how Vercio was in the first half. Almost a passing of the torch. 38-33. Commack can't let this lead get too big for Sachem East. They got to get any points here on this possession to put him back in it. Anogu lost that one. And it's turned over again. They find Vercio in space. Spins, turns. He gets it. 40-33, a timeout. Vercio took a nice move right there.
I think we found our dynamic duo. I mean, we try and look for a dynamic duo every game, but I think it's definitely Booth and Vercio. Let's take a look.
Commack, since that first quarter, has done a great job kind of silencing him. He might be back for vengeance in the fourth quarter.
We have a little jelly. We have a little fancy lay there by Vercio, proving to the fans that, hey, I'm not just a shooter. I can get to the basket with ease.
And you'll see, as usual, a lot of timeouts late in the games. More fouling if Commack cannot come back into this game. Only a 5-point, or sorry, make that a 7-point deficit. But that's still one of the biggest leads of this game.
Shout out to our photographer, Bob. I mean, he's here every game. Not only am I a Commack alum, but I was here on the varsity basketball team, and he is always taking the absolute best pictures. So if you have an Instagram, go look up Bob Photography. I'm pretty sure he takes great pictures and captures moments of this awesome game. I should start doing advertisements, I think.
You should. I think you might be our advertising person.
I think so. A lot of familiar faces here that love Commack.
Instagram, the photographers.
Our YouTube subscribers.
For all you watching this right now, we thank you for allowing us to do what we love. Pagano to Anogu out of bounds. And they're going to say white ball, which a lot of Sachem East does not agree with. Final 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Ellers into this one. Grodinski, Pagano, Wilhelm Anogu. 5 stars at the show tonight. Trying to find any type of opportunity. There's not been a lot, but Pagano makes these opportunities himself. And it's 35-40. Spin and a turn, and another rejection by Anogu.
That is the second rejection by Inogu tonight. He is not letting anything come through. He has been a big man presence down low for the Cougars. That's definitely needed.
He's had steals, he's had rejections.
Crazy and ones. I mean, he may be the Swiss Army knife of Commack, but that discussion's always left on the table. I mean, we have Pagano, we have so many great players on this Cougar squad, and they all help each other out.
Everyone chips in, everyone does their part. Another throw in from the baseline. Vercio nearly lost it, and now does. He got it batted out of his hands by Wilhelm.
I thought that was off of Vercio for a second. I thought he kicked it out.
Well, the referee over there would have a better view than I do.
Let's take a look at this rejection. Absolutely not in my house by
Pagano all alone. Wow, that crept up quickly on us.
Yeah. My replay.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, partner.
No. Dylan, you're awesome.
40-37, 4:30 to go. Vercio trying to find some space. Gets a handoff. Open is that one no good. Carvon back into this one. Spins, finds Ellers. Open for three. No good. Carvon gets the offensive rebound. Turns and can't get it to fall. And that could come up to be a big missed opportunity. Another ball on the ground. And another block, this time by Ellers.
It is a block party here in Commack, New York. Blocks on every single possession. Defense matters most, fans.
No easy baskets for Commack. Carvin for three. No good.
If Carvin would have made that three, I feel like this entire gym would have erupted. Oh my God, I could not have believed it.
Rotolo lets it go out of bounds. And they'll turn it over. Coach Smith clapping on his team. Almost a triple team there. Boy, how about that behind the back pass? Another block by Ellers.
Block parties everywhere in Commack.
And Ellers all alone in the basket. Makes it a 1-point game. Johnny Ellers all by himself getting it done. Pagano took a spill. It was a 3v5 for a second. That did not stop Johnny from going down and getting it done.
Ellers gets the block down on one end, does it defensively, and finish it offensively. That was a big play by Ellers, so late in the game, too.
These blocks could come back to haunt Sachem East. They got to find a way to get clean shots. Right now, they have not been able to. They got to start looking to their stars like Booth, who can't get this one to go, but does get the rebound.
There's no stopping him tonight. I presume 14 points for him on the night. Him and Vercio, I mean, both in double digits, not giving up on this game.
The two have led the way so far as Carvin drives, finds Inogu, spins, and it's knocked out of bounds. The ball will stay here. So back to a 3-point game, 42-33.
You see Pagano entering the game again. He is not giving up. He's a true veteran that shows that. I mean, he easily could have lied down and been like, you know what, I'm not feeling it. Let's call the game. He is back and he's ready. And you see that wrist taped up. I mean, there's nothing stopping this kid.
Curcio takes it very close to the half-court line. Carvon to Ellers. Ellers looking for a shot. A three would tie it. You know, late in this game, 2 minutes, that's what Commack's looking for. But can they find an open attempt for three? Curcio in the corner for the tie. Doesn't go. Carvin, another offensive rebound. Carvin on the drive. Lost it and goes down. No foul. King alone gets it. 44-39. Braden King, 2 more points for him today. Carvin stops and turns. They got to find a shot here. And Ellers is fouled.
There have been so many great looks for the Cougars on the three-point line. I feel like I would have jumped out of my seat if they made one. This is such a close game. They need absolutely anything they can with under 2 minutes left.
And they're so close to getting one. They've just not been able to find one go down in this fourth quarter. I don't think they're going to stop shooting either. Pagano loses it out of bounds. Possession will stay with Commack. It was heavy coverage on that pass. Did his best to get it. It won't matter, though, as Curcio takes it out of the backcourt. 1:50 to play. Got to be thinking points. Got to be thinking fast. Ehlers in the corner. On the drive. Lost it. Curcio fakes. Spins, and he loses it out of bounds and turns it over.
If I were Curcio, I'd shoot the three. I wasn't so far off my first attempt. I mean, you need anything you can to combat this deficit.
And that whistle blown on the fast break.
The Cougars may look to foul now. I mean, with this much of a deficit, all they want to do is stop the clock and hopefully get more offensive possessions than defensive possessions.
5 points, 1:36 to go. Booth will start this possession. He's going to drive, floated it, and it got batted around. He got his own rebound. How in the world did he do that? Sprinted over there and got the ball that was up in the air and finishes off the basket. Now a 7-point game as that pass over the head of Pagano and out of bounds.
These turnovers are not what the Cougars need right now. They need to get the ball, get it fast, and attempt good, open, nice shots at any cost they can.
And you can afford these mistakes early, but not with a minute left in the game. They got to get it together if they want to make a comeback. 7 points with only a minute left is no easy task. There's a nice steal by Carvin, who's covered up the ball late in this one. Ehlers, far jumper, knocks it down. Now a 5-point game makes things a lot more doable with a minute left.
Let's take another look. Great elbow, free throw line jumper by Ehlers. That's the break Commack needed to go into this timeout. With just 5 points to tie up this game, hopefully they can get more looks like that and drain some big shots.
And if the fans aren't already entertained by the great basketball they're watching, the band keeping them entertained during these timeouts.
We love our band. They did a rendition of Barbie. We all love Barbie.
Well, I was dancing to it, but I don't think there's a camera on me. You think Commack will start to foul now in this final minute?
I would say yes if we were in double digits, although I think 5 points is easily doable. I mean, you need a 3 and a 2, or anyway, a 2 twos and a free throw. I mean, I wouldn't foul too soon unless there's about 30 seconds left and you're not getting any motion. I mean, I would foul, but right now I'd play it safe. Not play it safe, but go for the gusto. I mean, go for those points and hopefully win this game with just 1 minute left. These are the game time situations you do in practice to practice for. So hopefully they apply their practice to the game.
And I'm sure this won't be the last conversation we get to have before this one is over. There'll be a lot of timeouts in close games like these. 5 points. Commack will look for another steal, another turnover somehow. And very important to cover the ball. That pass nearly out of bounds, but Curcio steals it. Curcio going to take it down, forced out of bounds almost. Pagano over 3. No good. And it'll stay this way as Ehlers throws it back in.
The fans are preying on a 3 by Commack right now. Pagano had a great look. Martinez got some of that, a little tip, but
I'm not sure where our basketball is. Here we go.
Our wonderful band found our basketball. Shout out Commack High School Band. You guys are great.
Carvon will throw it in, finds Curcio in the corner. Almost all their threes so far today have been from either the left or right corners. As Carvin fires from the corner, doesn't get it to go. Curcio blocked. Carvin puts it home.
That play should have been an and one. Carvon was surrounded by 2 arrows. I mean, to get that shot up in such a close game, we have a 3-point game with just under 30 seconds. Let's take another look.
Carvon's been making a statement defensively with the steals, the turnovers. Now makes his statement offensively as Curcio got rejected. Carvon accepted.
You see our esteemed principals in the corner of your screen. Absolutely hyped by this game. I mean, it's absolutely exciting. And Carvon, I mean, as a player, you can see it's so important to follow your shots because you never know what could happen. And this definitely, they only have 3 more points left to tie up this game.
Shout out to everybody today.
Absolutely. We love our Commack community.
Exactly. And for the home team, the Cougars, this is the community they grew up around. Nothing more they want than to win in front of their home fans. And more importantly, to put them back to a 500 record. Trying to make a playoff push, never too early to think about where the season can take you.
And these small wins equate to seeding, for playoff seeding, to see where you stand. I mean, maybe this win for the Arrows or the Cougars can work out in their favor for a potential playoff picture.
And thanks to the band reminding us, it is the final countdown. Nearly lost that pass. And no one was there to cover Virtue. Look at Commack all over them. And that pass off the backboard. They turn it over. Wow.
This could be huge, fans. I am gripping onto this table like there's no tomorrow. Hopefully they can get their first 3 to drain today to tie up this game.
And everyone in this place is on the edge of their seat. 3 points, 15 seconds, shot clock off. This is it. Commack's going to call a timeout. 12 seconds left. They want to get their best look to tie up this game.
I mean, you called it, Dylan. I mean, there are plenty of timeouts being taken just so the coaches and the teams can strategically put a game plan together to win this game.
Let's take a look at it. He lost it for a second. Pagano heavy coverage. And, I mean, they were all over them. Not a second to think about. It goes out of bounds, and they call last touched by Sachem East. That could be a huge call. Who would you give it to now if you wanted to take a shot to tie this ball game?
I would say Curcio. I mean, he's done a lot of great things this game, and his 3-point attempts have not been far-fetched, so I think they just took him out of the game. If not, I'd probably give it to Pagano or Carvon maybe. Carvon, he hit a nice floater in the beginning of the second half, so I mean, if that's your shooting form, I mean.
And he was working on the from the 3-point line during practice. Everyone I watched him hit, he knocked them all down. These are where stars are born. These are times when you look to your best players to make their moment.
The suspense in this building is absolutely insane. Not only as a reporter, but as a fan. I mean, I am very anxious to see.
12 seconds from the baseline could be their last best chance to tie up this game. Finds Carvin. He got the shot off. No good. Rebound and a foul.
That was a clean look, but the Cougars should not hang their heads yet. You still have 7 seconds left to make something happen.
Coach Smith keeping his players in this game. 7 seconds. We'll see if they foul again. Anything to stop the clock. Off to Booth, and Curcio bats it out of bounds. If he held on to that, watch out. Commack still with 3 fouls to give. Anogu almost stole it, and it was out of bounds. Commack ball. 4.5 to go. Oh, boy. And he knocked it out of bounds. The one thing you can't do is turn it over if you're Sachem East, and they did on the opponent's side of the court.
Fans, if you're not on your feet at home or from wherever you're watching, this game just got incredibly intense. Look.
And it was Braden King stepped out of bounds before he threw the ball out. That could be a moment you look back to. And for Commack, with so many 3-point opportunities.
You see King's expression like, oh, what did I just do? Why did I do that? I mean, we have 4 seconds left to decide the winner of this contest.
And they forced him out of bounds. They forced him to make a desperation play. It ends up going in favor of Commack. But the job is not finished yet. They still need to make a three, which so far has been a struggle these last few minutes. So they've looked to Carvin, they've looked to Curcio, they've looked to Pagano. Is there anyone left on the list that they can put the ball in their hands to tie up this game?
I would say Ellers maybe. I mean, he had a sweet free throw line jumper. Who knows if he can drain a three? I mean, this gym will absolutely erupt. Then that leaves the ball in the Arrows court. What are they going to do to combat, and how are they going to win? Unless we go into overtime. So regardless, folks, stay tuned.
4.5 seconds left. There's not really much time to think about what you want to do. If the ball's in your hands, you got to let it fly. So we'll see who they can get the ball to. You know Sachem East is going to be looking at a few players specifically they don't want the ball to wind up into. So it's Wilhelm, Anogu, Ellers, Pagano, and Carvon. Now a timeout by the opposing side. Everybody wanting to go over their strategies in these final 4.5 seconds.
We see double timeouts, and from my knowledge, I mean, I guess Commack wanted to see what defense the Arrows would set up in to see if it would combat their play. So this game, all sports are about the mind, strategy, and trust within your teammates. So we'll see if they can have enough trust in each other to get the ball to each other and hopefully hit a big three to win this game.
And another thing you got to think about, if Commack does get the three and ties it up, if they don't leave it too much time, there's still a second left for Sachem to maybe make an even more incredible shot.
Who would you give the ball to in that case? We have Booth and we have Virtue, so who played phenomenal today. So
I'll say I'd give it to Booth right now. He is definitely in the second half. He's turned it on. Virtue kept him in the game the first half. It's been Booth all the second half. But for Commack, where every player prides himself being just as good as the next, it's really, I think, is going to end up with whoever has the ball at this spot is going to be the one to take the three. And Sachem East, the last thing they want to do is let up an open three-pointer.
a lot of fans excited, cheering on their favorite team, so let's get it going.
Here we go. It'll be Wilhelm to inbound it. Pagano, Wilhelm, off the mark, and that'll do it.
That was a rough shot by Wilhelm. I mean, you were shooting towards the back of the basket. I mean, you did not have a clear vision, so.
A tough way to end this one, but for Sachem East, they are more than relieved. They win it 46